My name is Dmitrii. I'm from GetBlock. I'm in this company for almost 3 years, and we started for 15 people. Right now, we're more than 50, and doing great, I hope. So, if you don't know what is archive nodes, everything, you need to develop your dApp or doing some Web3 stuff. So, is anyone here who tried to run your own node on your server, on your PC? No, never. Amazing. So it's a huge pain in the ass. Promise me, it's a huge pain. We provide about 500 nodes on our site, on our servers, and we need to control all of them. We provide them for our clients who could be like small devs like you, just doing their own stuff and trying to become real founders of great company success and stuff. Or we have huge companies who already did it and use us as a main node provider, or not main. Being honest, having one node provider is one of the shittiest idea you can have, because everybody of us, everybody promise you to have 99.99% of availability, and no one gives you this. No one. Always have two, at least two, to have a backup. So today we will talk about nodes and management of them, how they works, how to keep the infrastructure fine and satisfy your users. I will show you some graphics and of our Grafana and tell you stuff like how we do this stuff on our site. So first of all, yes, we use Grafana and Prometheus to see what is going on our infrastructure. But to have data in this monitoring system, you need to have services which are gonna collect this data. First, but not like the bad one, is load service. We call it this way. It's a small service which imitate the request from the users to our infrastructure. It's our service, but it's located externally from our infrastructure and imitate the route of the request. It goes from like user to the our envoy, then to the load balancer, then to the access proxy, then to the node, get the reply from the node, and get back to the user. It's really easy. We just use our own endpoints and just imitate it. And do you know why we do it? Have you any idea why? Why you just try to imitate the user's requests? Anyone? No, we just want to see our servers alive or not, because sometimes from inside you don't see that some of the services are down and have critical issues. So when you just do this simple check, you see that your users always have the access to your service. And you can track simple errors like 404 or 503. And yeah, that's only reason. And this service is like dumb as fuck. And we just have it to understand that everything's going around. Right. Then, do you know what is the node health? When everybody say node should be healthy. It's not like about insurance or something. It's about block deviation, because we have a blockchain which consists of blocks, of course. And blocks exist, like appears every second for several protocols. It could be for 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, doesn't matter. But it grows like every minute for 10, 15, 50 blocks. And your node should be synchronized with other nodes in the web, in the blockchain web, and should be connected by peer-to-peer to them and get these updates from the network. And if your node is too busy to talk with other nodes, like processing their own requests, it could be it could have block deviation from the actual blockchain height, and that means your node is unhealthy. How you can check it? I guess if you work with nodes for Ethereum, especially, you know about methods you can use to talk with nodes. It's like Ethereum ETH syncing. You can send ETH syncing and get the response that your node is synchronized or not. That's also could be very, very simple service to check your node height and healthy. But for instance, we can talk about Ethereum, of course. Since September 2022, I guess, we got Ethereum 2.0 when we got 2 layers of Ethereum. It's Taco and Go Ethereum inside of this. And if you check in by the method ETH syncing, you got the response only from one of them. And the second layer could be out of sync, and no one gonna know about it. So sometimes you need to go deeper, and every blockchain protocol has a lot of differences. For instance, Solana don't have like blocks, they have slots. ADA, if you know this, have not slots, it's no. Solana have epochs and ADA have slots. So every blockchain protocol could have some specific, and to understand and get the information from the blockchain and understand is it unsynced or synchronized on an actual height, you need to take it into account and check this thing for every protocol. So that means you need to have special service, special code for every blockchain. And if you have more than 50, it goes really big pain in the ass, of course. So right now, we decided to make some of the public universal sidecar for checking the not healthy. If you want, I can draw it on the whiteboard. So we decided to pick the endpoints from our side for every blockchain protocol, and from outside for public ones, and give you like access for every user, for every other blockchain provider. And we have our own node SDK where we collect all the methods which you need to use to check the height and understand is it fine or not. And these two things, like external sidecar, internal sidecar, and node SDK, could be a universal thing for checking any protocol for every blockchain. And for every node, it could be your own node which you run on your own PC at home. It could be a node from the weak node, Anchor, us, or anyone else. So you will say like, okay, it's good, but I can put another endpoint. For instance, you want to check the Ethereum, I will put their Bitcoin. Of course you can, but what the reason, and we can check it with like chain ID and understand are you doing right or wrong. So this instrument is not perfect. Of course, it goes about 99% of credibility, but it's more than enough in our case, because yes, this 1% could be very, very painful, but in general, in all cases we have, it's more than enough. So let's go further and talk about our service and what we have in general about servers. It's one of our production clusters. In our infrastructure, we have about 5 of them. Like this one is main in Europe. We have dev cluster in Europe too. Then we have 2 in US, and we have several like private clusters for our big clients. Here you can see like information about the servers, especially for a healthy disk. We have to check them daily because nodes are very intense soft, and they utilize your servers, your machine very high, and especially for disk, for your NVMe storage, it could kill it in like 1 year. For this kind of storage, it's quite bad. So we need to check it every day, and if something goes wrong, you need to change it and put a new node there, new synchronized node. Also, we have stuff like server storage, because also nodes lives their life. They're synchronizing, they put in new blocks in the database, and of course the database grows, and it could just grow so big that you have no more free space, and you're not going to be down. So we don't want it. We check it, we monitor it, and we're trying to reach 99.99% of availability, which is not real. Well, about main services which we use to monitor our system, that's it, and how we can collect it. We collect it in Prometheus. It's database, but I think you know that database could be different. Some of them could collect a lot of data, and the issue gonna be you can have access to all the data, but very slowly. Some of them collect small data, but you can have access to everything inside of this very fast. So Prometheus is sort of second thing. You can get access to any of this data very fast, but we collect only about 2 or 3 months of data because so much information, and it's gonna die if we collect more. And last but not least is our orchestrator. What we're using is Nomad. You will ask, why not Kubernetes? I will say I have no idea, because it happened before I came in the company, and it's like history. And sometimes history makes you move in certain direction. And when you have about 1,000 servers in your infrastructure, and you understand it's better to use Kubernetes rather than Nomad and HashiCorp package, you say like, fuck it, we're gonna work with Nomad. I don't want to waste about like a year just to move from one to another. Maybe it's worth it, but in many cases, I would say in almost all cases, it's not. So also one of the advices, just try to understand your resources and time which you can spend on doing some special and profitable for your business, for your ideas, except them trying to reach the perfect level. Sometimes reaching the perfect is not good, because like perfect is the enemy of the best. Yeah. So if you want, I can tell you something about GetBlock. We have a lot of blockchains, as I mentioned, and every of you can use us for free. We have 40,000 requests per day for every protocol for free, of course, for you. If you need more, you can reach me out via either Telegram or LinkedIn or any social web. I will provide you for free, of course, some of more not in points requests on your balances. And right now we support this hackathon with our Ethereum endpoints, which has no limits, which has no request per second limits, no limits for requests in general. So everything you need, you can use it. It's gonna be available for, I would say, until Wednesday. Let's do this until I got back to Berlin and switch it off. So yeah. If you have any questions, I will be glad to answer them, but that's it from me. And no questions. Amazing.
I guess I want just a little more case study use cases so I get a better picture of it, if possible.
You mean case studies for using nodes? This whole thing. Okay. Do you know exchangers? You can, yeah, you have some Ethereum, you need to have some Bitcoin. So you need to build the bridge between two blockchains. So you need to connect to every of these and transfer from one to another. That's why you need nodes. Yeah, that's one of the simplest way. For instance, Web3 antivirus. You need to find bad guys in the blockchain, bad addresses, who's trying to scam people, who's trying to fraud on transactions or something. You use blockchain. You just download all the database and trying to find these addresses from this. It could be a lot of different ways to use it, but usually blockchain like development start with nodes. Okay, thank you.